Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Chair Yoga. Today is going to include a rather significant amount of time at the end for a guided meditation, so just be prepared for that. Maybe you want to get with, some items of comfort to you. So I want to say that right off at the beginning, in case you did not have them handy, you could maybe go manage that right now to have some, like a blanket or sometimes an eye pillow or various ways that we set ourselves up for a more meditative place. I'm going to have some workout with our shoulders that will use the cloth or your towel. So I would like you to have that available to you. The block, of course, is always part of what we do. So I'm going to begin, as I like to do for our transitional time, with some breath practices that I call forceful. When I'm thinking of it, that's the word I'll say to myself. It requires a real intervention on your normal breathing method. The way you would just normally be breathing, you're really overriding that with something very specific that requires full mindfulness, full attention to what you're doing. I want to teach you some of those. I want to keep reinforcing that. Number one, I think it's useful as it is a part of our transition. I absolutely do think it brings us to a more heightened awareness of being here now, so it's a real shift. So it works perfectly for that as well. But when there's times that you are in a loop of thought that is troubling, that is starting to cause you difficulty, and you just need to intervene on yourself, but you're just kind of in that loop. Those breath practices, those very kind of forceful breath practices, do the trick. I mean, they're just such a great resource to change gears, to allow your body, because it's the physicality of it, your mind is doing its own thing. We got to override so that the body takes over and calms the nervous system. So we get something like that going, a pretty radical change or shift in the way you normally breathe, and it works wonders to help you reboot and change gears. So I want you to have those in your toolkit. So, all right, let's begin bringing that block to your, between your thighs, coming forward on the chair, and aligning your feet, so that they are the same, hips distance apart is what we're trying to create by using that block for stability and guidance. So it feels like you've created a right angle with your legs. That bend in the knee and the extension of your legs is now in a right angle. And so we close our eyes and we just begin to come into the inner point of view, the inside point of view rather than the external. And we're going to just start by, with just some normal breaths all the way in and all the way out. And you use the mantras, the simple mantras of all the way in, all the way out, in, out. Those, they sound like, well, just, it seems like it's kind of no big deal, but it's very useful. It truly is very useful to just talk to yourself that way, to say, to focus, to just gather yourself into that and encourage that fullness of breath, breathing all the way in before you breathe all the way out. And just start to notice how your breath is, without trying to direct it into as a nostril breath, or without trying to, just how, when you start that encouragement, breathing all the way in and all the way out, how does that naturally arrive? And feel it in your body. Does your belly move while you do that? And as I've always said and understood and shared, is that awareness to the breath alone, just bringing your awareness to the breath, that alone will deepen it. So you don't have to, your mind doesn't take over and start to, direct that breath as much as we might think. It's actually, it's just the awareness that deepens it. The fact that you are paying attention to it is what deepens it. couple more like that. Just noticing how it feels in your body when you start to feel that all the way in and all the way out of the breath. Now let's open the eyes for a moment so we can position our hands into the mudra for the Adi Shodhana, which is the alternate nostril breath. You're just going to use the right hand. So I know it's a little confusing on the screen, but you're using your right hand, and you're going to be plugging nostrils with your thumb and your ring finger. So that's the mudra that we'll use. This one is a little different from what you've done with me before. This is a variation of that one. I wrote down the name because I just learned it. It's Anuluma, in case you're interested. It's a more forceful breath. So the inhale is a natural breath, but every time you come to the exhale, you're going to force that out. You're going to be very intentional about pushing through. So just, the idea of forceful exhalation is what you'll experience. I'm going to rest my hands on my lap so I can really focus for you, with you. You're going to have your eyes closed, so you won't be paying any attention to that. But I'm just saying, in case you're thinking, oh, wait, shoot, she must have changed or must not be doing that anymore. No, we're doing it. So you're going to start with using that hand as a way to plug your nostrils. And we'll start by plugging the right nostril. So we're breathing in through the left, and then switch the plug. So exhale forcefully through your right. In, and then you just have to keep changing the plug in. So let's begin now. Plug your nostril accordingly so that you can breathe in through the left, forcefully out through the right. In through the left, forcefully out through the right. In through the left, out through the right. Pause. Shift it. So now in through the right, forcefully out through the left. In through the right, forcefully out through the left. In through the right, out through the left. Stay here. Again, inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. These are forceful exhalations. Inhale left, exhale right. Release your hand. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Now you'll change, get your hand back up there. Breathing in through the right, forcefully out through the left. In through the right, out left. In right, out left. Stay here. In left, out right. In left, forcefully out right. In left, out right. Stay here. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale right. Forcefully exhale left. Inhale right. Exhale left. Release your hand. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's open the eyes. We're going to join again our final breath practice, fingertips on the shoulders. Inhale as you turn towards your right. Exhale left. So you're just going to turn with the breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Keep going. This one is lots of nostril work. Pause now. We're going to change now where you were starting your inhale on your right side. Now start the inhale. So we're breathing in on the left and exhale right. So just whatever you did before, switch it up. Your direction of how you're turning has just switched up. Stay with it. Oops. Okay, let's relax down. I think somebody still has their sound on. I apologize. I wasn't able to intervene. So would you please double check that you are muted? I'd appreciate that. I skipped that step, which I now regret. All right. That's a great introduction. That's a great way of transitioning. So let's begin together as we start moving into the body, making some gentle movements to wake up those joints. Let's start by some shoulder rolls. We're just going to lift up, back, and down. If your head starts to naturally move, I get that. I was just going to encourage you to let your body sort of guide you with that, the natural movement that you start to feel. Go for that. Let that just be a part of what you're doing. Let's keep the belly muscles engaged. So pull in through the belly wall if you haven't done that. Make sure you feel strong with that abdominal strength here. Let's change the direction of the shoulder movement. And I'm going to start getting my arms alongside the chair instead of on my lap. So there's more movement in the arms and there's more weight involved with that movement through the shoulders. And let's add like a swimming stroke. So now that we're rolling forward, it's kind of can resemble the movement as if you were swimming. What I want to encourage you not to do is to lean forward. That would be kind of how we would think of swimming. Try to keep yourself upright, but the arms are doing the movement like a swimming stroke, coming around and down. You might turn your head to look in the direction of that movement of your arm. That might feel natural. It certainly does to me. It feels sort of natural to just gently turn my head in the direction of the moving arm. And back to a neutral position. Both arms now all the way up, straight arms up and straight arms down. Come all the way up and back as you inhale. Go all the way down and back as you exhale. So we'll do a vinyasa movement, connecting breath to movement here, exploring the full range of movement through the ball and socket joint of the shoulders. Inhales up and back, exhales down and back. Let's meet with the arms up. Big inhale here. Just hold and push your feet to the floor. Feels like a full body stretch. You can feel your whole body engaged here. Arms are close to the head, close to the ears, and it's as straight as you can make them. Let's open the heart now. We inhale here. We exhale as we bend those elbows like a W shape, and that opens up the heart. Inhaling up, exhaling, open your heart. Just a couple more here. Inhaling up, open your heart. Inhale up now. Take a pause. Exhale here. Inhale. Let's exhale now. On your next exhale, drop those straight arms over towards your right. And we're twisting. So just feeling how you've revolved your shoulders, revolved the rib cage. Let's use the chair. I want you to put your hand back there onto the chair and give yourself a little leverage. And once you feel like with the use of the chair, you've really created quite a bit of twisting or feels like very supportive, see if you can release the contact of the chair, instead wrapping your arm around your back, and you're no longer using the leverage that the chair provides. You're just holding in to the body the revolved position you created. Smooth out that breath so it's no longer chest breath or just real shallow. Get it back into the belly. So smooth it out and lengthen that breath. Unwind just your head first, then the shoulders and the arms, and we're going to lift up, big lift, and let's go the other way. But we'll use the chair, kind of get that back hand onto the chair's back, the seat somewhere back there. Get a little leverage, however it is you can create that. So you really revolve that rib cage. And then when you're set, feels like you got a pretty good twist going on. Let's wrap our arms around ourselves, no longer using that hand and the chair, but instead just wrapping ourselves around our body to hold it as we breathe in and out. Remember to exhale completely. Let's turn our head out of that twist and the shoulders and the arms, and we're back to some shoulder rolls just to, unwind and smooth out any hitches we have found. That's it. All right, I'm going to lose the block from the inner thighs for a moment. Then take a wider stance. Heels are in, toes are out. I want you to circle around. I'm just going to do a few of those, loosening up through the inner muscles of the pelvis. Change the direction. I'm going to turn to the side. You won't need to do any adjusting. I want you to have a side view. And we're going to meet in the middle where we've got our body in a diagonal line. Hands are on the thighs. Let's strengthen the perineum now, right off the bat here, right away. Let's push the feet to the floor. Hands are really firmly connected to our thighs. Inhale feels like you're lifting the floor of the pelvis right up off your chair. You hold it as long as you can. Exhale, release it back to the chair. Inhale, lift and hold. The pelvic floor comes up and release down. So I want you to do several of those. Stay with it. Upper body is just in a nice supported diagonal line. No strain in the neck. Don't need anything there. You're just going to use all your energy to tone and strengthen the pelvic floor. Just a few more. Stay with it. Lift and hold. You'd feel that through your inner thighs, those inner seams of your, like if you can identify that image, the inner seams of your thighs. All right, let's hold that now in this diagonal line and extend the arms in front of you. Lift yourself up and out of the chair. Let's do 2 more of those, sitting back, located. Now, arms extended, that's of course optional. If you feel a lot better, a lot safer to get your hands on your legs to bring you up, make that adjustment. This is a little more challenging to have the arms extended. We've got 1 more to do. Let's everybody join now. Arms are up and overhead, palms come together. Inhale with me. Exhale, bow at your heart. Inhale up and exhale down and bring yourself back to the chair, just like you would be on the front edge of the chair. Hands are at your thighs, back to our seated position. Let's circle that out. Change the direction of that. Hands can stay here at the waistline or holding the chair, whichever gives you the best setup for you to bring leg to meet the other one. This is that big hop that strengthens and tones the low back. So keep your right foot on the floor, just really stabilizing that side of the body, and let your other leg jump over to get to it. Flex that foot. As you bring your foot over there, have it flexed up so that it just really activates the musculature in that leg. We're going to change direction here. So plant that leg that you were just moving and jump over to the other side. Smooth out the breath. You can feel that breath fueling the movement. Flex that foot. Get ready to change directions. Jump it over. And jump it over and hold. So we're over on that side. Now square your shoulders so you're still facing forward. Your legs are off on a diagonal line. Let's get the feet a little closer to the chair leg. And make sure, again, that you're not turning your whole body to go with your knees. Get yourself in a squared away hip, shoulders over the hip, squared away toward the front, legs off to the side. You got it. And then just swirl your arms over. We're just taking this keeping our arms as sort of a parallel position to one another. And we're swirling those arms over and creating that twist, just warming that up. And we'll land, holding on to anything, your chair, not chair, however you choose to set that up. Turning your head as your neck will allow. Deepen the breath. Squeeze those legs. Soften the mouth, relax the facial muscles. Unwind your head, then the shoulders and the arms. Come back to your wide angle. We'll jump that leg over a couple times so we can go to the other side now. Just give a couple jumps. Set it up. Draw your feet toward the leg of the chair. Square your shoulders to be facing forward. Thighs are joined together. And we're going to let those arms come circling around. Here we go. Bring yourself right into the twist. Again, using the chair for support or not, your choice. Feeling the revolved nature now of this twisting action. So your chest, the trunk of your body has revolved around the spine. Try to find the verticality of your spine here, the balance in your pelvis. That's it. Keep breathing, big breaths. You want to get all into the belly. We're going to unwind the head, the shoulders and the arms, and come back to your wide angle. That wide angle gives us a doorway into a forward fold. So take that as you just drop down between your legs, let your shoulders come down, 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 hands to the floor. Keep your head down, look under you. Find your breath. Try to breathe in a way that you can feel the movement of the belly wall. Big belly breaths. Count out 5 of those breaths, 5 big belly breaths. I know, good job. 5 whole breaths, that's very good. Let's get one hand at a time to the thighs. Squeeze your elbows into your waist. Meet me halfway up. We're in that half lift, the diagonal line of the back body. Push your feet to the floor. Push, push, push. Feel that action in the thighs. You can feel how strong your leg muscles are becoming, and extend your arms out. Push into the feet. Come on up. 1. And again, you can change how you position your arms. That's all the challenging ways that you can vary that for yourself. We're doing getting ourselves up and out of that chair. And meet up here, standing up, palms will come together, big inhale, exhale, bow. Inhale up and exhale all the way down, and let that bring you back to the chair. Sit gently back into your chair, take a pause. Let's get our feet now closer together so we're more lined up within the framework of the chair, hips distance apart, that sort of thing. And we're going to just sweep up one leg at a time and move through the joints. Get the spinning around of your foot. Hold yourself very vertically. It's easy to want to tilt back. Let's get some movement through the knee. Change the direction. Hug that knee into the chest. Use your shin to pull that in. Flex that foot. And come all the way down. We'll sweep up the next leg. Get a hold of it. I like to do it in a way that gives me strength to my arms. That's what I encourage you to do, is let the leg be a heavy weight for you to hold on with the strength of your arms. And we're going into the knee. And we'll switch the directions of that. And we're going to hug that knee into the chest. Use your shin to pull that and flex that foot. So pull it in, pull it in. Big belly breaths. This is good for the internal organs. And both feet to the floor. With your legs now in this hips distance apart, See if you can bring hands to the waist. Make sure your feet are tucked down and under a little bit, so they're not out here right under your knees. I'm asking you to make a little adjustment there so that you can push yourself out of the chair. We're going to lift ourselves out of the chair 5 times. There was 1. Now we've done 2, 3. There's 4, I think. And we'll lift and stand now all the way up. Inhale with me. Palms will come together overhead. Exhale, bow up and all the way around. Take a little wider stance where you have your heels in and your toes out, and use your arms kind of like we were doing when we were creating our twist. See if you can just find some pattern. We start, I like that one. I like to come into a T and bring an arm over. That's just sort of where I landed. If you want to join me with that, it creates a little twist. And let's do a side bend to accompany that. One arm just glides down the side of your leg, and the other arm is up. I'm going to try it with a fully straightened out arm. If you need a little bend in the elbow, you just make that adjustment. Now lean back a little bit, pull the body. Feels like you're trying to pull your head back toward the wall behind you just a little bit. Deepen that breath. And then use a sweeping action to bring yourself upright. We're going to switch. Straight arm for me, bent elbow if you need it, no problem. Just kind of work on what you need to work on for yourself. And then pull your head back a little bit, just a little bit. Notice that you're making a little adjustment. So you're not forward folding at all. You're not coming down. You're trying to bring yourself more level. And I think backward movement is going to give you that. Make sure your other hand is made contact with your leg. Good, and let's swing that arm all the way down, and maybe some shoulder rolls. We're going to get behind the chair now so that we can do some more leg movements. A flex and extension is what we're trying to set up here. So we've got a standing leg next to the chair and a straight leg moving forward and back. Let's take a balance here now. So bend that knee. So the leg near the chair is holding our body weight, just a one-legged balance here. See if you can let go of the chair. You know, even a finger touching that chair will make a world of difference. So give yourself permission to, you know, make that little modification and think, oh my gosh, that's so much more steady for me. One-legged balance is strengthening that leg that's holding you up. The bone mass is becoming stronger. Smooth out your breath. We'll get both feet to the floor, shake that out. You could maybe just turn. You probably don't have to move your chair. And we'll start now with the flex and extension of the other leg. So you've got a new standing leg. It's forward and back without going wide. You're trying to keep this in a very midline orientation. Smooth out that breath, in and out. Let's take that high knee and balance. Find a drishti. That's a real steadying technique. Full breath in and out. Stay with it. We'll get that foot to the floor. Maybe shake that out a little bit. I'm turning to the side so that you can see. I want you to just lift up. Your heels come up off the floor and then that drop down. So lift. Okay, that's what we're doing, but this time we're going to count them. I want to, have a measurement here. So let's do 10 of them. I'm on 4. There's 8 and 9 and 10. We're going to stay with this. This time it's every other one. So you're just going to bicycle it. 1, 1, 2, 2. So you're just go from one foot to the other. We're counting out 10. 6, I think. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good work. Both heels up, both heels down, both heels up, and both heels down. Great job. Let's use our position now to create that L-shaped stretch. So start walking back, flattening out your back. Make sure your feet are parallel to one another. The distance you have between your feet should match the distance you have between your hands. Try to straighten out those legs. Stretch through the hamstrings, stretch through the calves. Flat back. Chin kind of pulls in towards your throat. One more full breath. Stretch through the buttocks, pull back, and let's bring ourselves back and upright. This is the time we're going to get a hold of our cloth or our towel. So near the chair, kind of optional, but you always want it for a little steadiness if you need it. So we want it on its length and the diagonal line of it, so you got as much length as possible so that we can flip it behind us. Let's get a little more conscious, I guess, about the way we're standing. So feet maybe hips distance apart. You know, that might give you, you might decide a little bit wider gives you a little more steadiness. So see what you got to do. And the arm is coming as close to your head as you can. So I'm just showing you how that is. Wrap that arm around so you can get a hold of it. You've got the claws. There you are. But don't duck. Get your head up so you're not trying to duck so that you can make that happen. So we're set. We're going to start moving. I'm going to go rather quickly. I'm hoping that I'm encouraging you to do the same so that you start to trust this, but take it at the pace, of course, that, you know, makes sense for you as you just keep switching from one to the other. Lots of movement through the shoulder blades. Take some coordinated effort. So the mind-body connection has to be very tuned in. Keep going. Don't duck your head. I can just see myself doing that. This is my last one on that arm, my last one on this arm, and all the way down. Now get a hold of that cloth behind you. It's fully extended, and pull back and away. I'm just going to mosey on over here so I'm facing the back of my chair, pulling back, right foot forward, left foot back, scissored legs, both legs are straight, pull back. Lift the chest, lift the chest. Maybe you can tilt your face to look toward the ceiling. Pay attention to how your neck feels about that. Keep holding on to that tight cloth and step forward. Relax now. It's still back there, but you're going to relax and step the other foot back. So switching. Our scissored legs have switched. Let's engage that connection to the towel or to the cloth back there. Pull it apart. Open up the front body. Pull in the belly wall. Back and away from the back body, we pull our arms. Stretching open through the chest. Excellent. Let's release that. Soften your shoulders. Relax now. And the cloth can probably be put to the side. Position of the chair is going to vary. I'm going to just put it there in case I need it. You might need it put it differently, I want to start with a warrior one position. That is the one where we have one foot forward, the other one back, and the front foot forward has a bent knee. Hips are squared away. I don't know why I'm being so fussy about that. Why don't I just put my chair like I usually do? So we've got that warrior one position. Both feet flat to the floor. Hands at the waistline so you can start to balance that. Inhale up, palms are going to come together. Let's straighten the legs, straighten the arms. So here we are, inhaling here. Exhale, we bring our arms into that goddess position of bent elbows as we have our bent front knee. So there's a vinyasa flow here. Excellent. Now stay with the bent knee and relax your arms down. So right knee forward, right knee has the bent knee, back leg is straight. Let's extend the left leg, the left arm. It matches up with that back left leg up. And the other arm, your right arm is just dropping down toward the floor as if you're trying to create an anchor here, that the right side of the body is anchored so that the left side of the body can expand. Now let's use our alternate nostril breathing technique, the idea of it, by just strictly breathing in and out through the left side of the body. The left side of the body is opened up. We've opened our lung. We're opening up in our imagination that this side of the body now is free to really breathe in and breathe out through the energies of that body, of that side of the body, while your right side is just anchored for support. Excellent. Let's get both arms down, come forward, shake that out. And we're going to just move to the other side. So now the left knee is bent, right leg steps back in our warrior one position. Hips are square to the chair. It's kind of like those headlights are shining right to your chair. Straight arms, straight legs. Let's take our inhale here. Exhale, bent knee, bent elbows. Inhale, exhale. Remember, one hand could always be on the chair, constantly giving you the support you're looking for. Here we go. Let's meet in that bent knee position. Both arms down. And now lifting up from the right arm. So your back leg and right arm are lengthened through, and you're anchoring down with that left side. So that left arm is reaching toward the floor. You've got that bend of the knee for more stabilization. Let's breathe now through the right side of the body. You got to use your intention and your imagination to breathe in and out through the whole right side of your body while you're anchored and steadied by the left side.
Want your foot down.
One more full breath. Nice job. Let's get both hands to the chair. And we step forward. We'll shake it out a little bit and stretch it out with that L-shaped stretch. Stretch it out with the L-shaped stretch. Stay with it. Excellent. Let's start walking toward the chair. And just find your standing position. Wherever you are, just right where you are, find your mountain pose. Let's close the eyes. Closing the eyes just gives you a little break. Gives you can cut out the external interference, I guess, that the eyes have to take in, and bring yourself into the awareness of the inside now. Just a check-in. One final little workout before we move into our meditation time. So if you can come back to the eyes open and stand near your chair in the way that's supportive. I want to do some work of abducting the leg. So that's just moving a leg out from center. So let's count them again. So let's just, just set yourself up. Doesn't matter which leg you start on, and count out 10 of these. I'm on 7, 8. So just counting your own count. Relax down and bend the knees a little bit as you make your adjustment to the other side. And then we're abducting. So that's just pulling away from center. Toes are pointing out toward the front. And we're doing 10. I'm on 3. There's 4. I think that's 10 for me, pretty close. And then just sort of bend your knees and make your little adjustments now. All right. So slowly and mindfully now, bringing yourself into the position you're going to use for meditation time. You might stretch out on your couch, on a sofa, into your recliner, sitting in a chair and using a second chair to elevate your feet. Any one of those things that we've used before, you might want to set yourself up now into that position. Surely, if there's anything your body needs, any movement you got to do, you're just doing that. You don't need my guidance or permission to do it. You just reset the body the way you need to. Okay. Okay. So eyes are closed. And you're using all the support. You're not trying to hold yourself upright or anything like that that is demanding of you. Instead, you're looking for ways to settle in and relax every part of you. So maybe you first start to notice how this chair is supporting your back. Your back is fully supported. Your whole back body releases and relax into the chair, into the chair's support. Noticing that you're fully supported by the chair for your whole back body. Start to notice your breath and how your body moves while you're breathing. Notice the space that surrounds you. The space that, let's start with this, the space that surrounds your head and face. You're just aware on a subtle level that there is something outside of you that we're calling space, and that it's a part of this support. Breathing in from the space around you and breathing out back into that space. We're breathing in from the space around us and we breathe out back into it. Notice how your body moves as you breathe. Can you feel now how your legs are supported? Whatever that might be, if there's the chair beneath you, If you have another, if you're laying on the floor, whatever the surface beneath you that is supporting your legs, you're noticing that and welcoming the support so that you can relax and release the weight of your legs into that support. Both legs fully supported, resting. Your whole back body, and now your legs. Breathing in from the space around you and breathing out back into it. In from the space around you, breathing out back into it. Bring your awareness into the arms, the full length of both arms, resting in your lap, resting somehow against your body. Notice how your arms are fully supported so that you can rest through the full length of both arms. Notice how your body moves as you breathe and how you can feel the support that is given you so your arms can rest. Breathing in from the space around and out again into it. Noticing how the body moves as you breathe. Full body breath. We start to notice that our whole body is breathing. Let's trace that breath with our full intention and imagination. Inhaling that starts at the soles of the feet and moves through the whole body to the crown of the head. The exhale goes back down, maybe the same, very same pathway through the body to the soles of the feet. Full body breath helps us to relax and release into this moment. Use your imagination to trace the breath through the whole body, in and out again. In from the space around us comes that breath, and exhale out into it. You can feel it as a full body experience of the space around you, as well as the space within you. They seem to merge as one. The borders of the body seem to fade away. A full body breath in and out. All the way in, all the way out. Can you hear your breath? Can you make a sound with your deep throat as you breathe so you can hear it like the ocean? And if that doesn't seem available, you're not sure if you can find that, it's not a problem. Relax into your breath, just the way it is. Breathe in from the space around you and out again into it. And the space around you and the space inside of you seems to be the same. The borders have softened. Full breath in, full breath out. Maybe you can hear the breath, sound of the ocean. Your whole back body relaxed and supported by the surface beneath it. Your whole back body resting. Breathe all the way in and breathe all the way out. Let your body, your whole body, feel the support of the surface beneath you. Trust that you're fully held and supported. As you rest, listen to this poem from Dana Faulds. She's entitled this poem One, O-N-E, One. Within us lie the answers to our deepest questions and the antidote for all our fears. The divine is not an abstraction. It's as clear and intimate as a heartbeat or a whisper. We are penetrated, suffused, caressed, cell by cell and synapse by synapse with the same love that set the galaxies to spinning. No matter how identified we've become with mind and body, we can release the thoughts that blind us to the truth. Seek the still point where the words you and I lose meaning, where we meet and merge as one. Breathing all the way in, all the way out. Noticing the space that surrounds you. Breathing in from that space and out again into it. Beautiful. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose and out like a sigh. Ah. Let's do a few of those breaths, those cleansing breaths to help us transition. Inhale through your nose, sigh it out, make a sound. Ah. Ah. Many of us are going to need to introduce movement back into the body so we can get feet back to the floor and find a comfortable way to sit in an upright, well aligned position. Take your time. Let's bring our hands to our shoulders, right where our shoulders meets our neck, and give it a squeeze, some massaging there, and gently let your head move as your head seems to want to move. So we don't have to necessarily direct it, but as we do our massaging here, if you feel the movement of the head show up, just welcome that. It makes sense to just move around while you loosen up, give some tender, loving care into the shoulders and the neck. Let's lay our palm and then over palm. So we've got our hands right there at the chest bone, right there at the heart center. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's a prayer in and of itself, isn't it? Thank you. Let's sync up our breath. Inhale with me, palms will be together, up and overhead, look up. Exhale, bow at your heart. Inhale, back up. And as we exhale, let's share this beautiful, loving energy with our communities. Hands will come to that prayer position. We bow to ourselves and we bow to one another. Namaste, my friends. Thank you for joining me.